Hey guys, the first episode is here. Okay, we are finally here. Oh my god, I waited 8 years for this moment. So let's get started. First portfolio that we're going to review is Elena Lopez, amazing designer. Let's see what she has to show us. Thank you, Elena, once again for sending your portfolio. It's always awesome to have a website for yourself. It's more effective and more professional to send links of website instead of PDF. That really boosts your credibility. Okay, let's start with the homepage. I like that you have one color that you chose. That's very hard for designers to do. This is cute. Call me Elena. What's good practice also is to have an email from your domain instead of Gmail. That makes it more professional. Something like hello@elenawebdesign.es. I think that here image have room for improvement. The first impression is very important for everyone, so maybe here image can be your best work, some beautiful typography, or your face. Okay, here I see work and portfolio are basically two terms for same thing, so maybe you could rename it for just work. For work section, I would put bigger images definitely, so they can show more details and there is easier to click between two of them because user has fewer options. There's also a fact that you use for your photo on about page, like zoom in and hover. If you put that for thumbnails, that will make them more interactive and more inviting for people to click. I would also lose this kind of old school mockups because you're losing a lot of space over here, and that's an opportunity to show more of this interface that we are seeing here. Okay, sound, this kind of personal thing and it's great personal touch. I would put it maybe more in about me page to complete your personality. Here on the end of the page it would be usual to put a big call to action button, how clients can contact you and how can they schedule meeting with you. Also, what I would add here is some kind of social proof. I saw that you worked for Volkswagen and something like their logos up front and maybe some kind of testimonials is a good way to build credibility and trust with the client. Maybe some clutch rating or how much project you have finished. Some statistic for success should also create bigger credibility and social proof. Alright, the services. I see that you can do a lot of services. Obviously you can do a lot of things because you have a lot of experience. Maybe what I would suggest is that you take something that is your strongest skill and that you brand yourself as an expert in that area. You know the expression T-shape expert. So maybe you could ask yourself, what kind of work would you like to do? is that SEO or it's UX and UI. You could then create projects in that area that will bring you these kind of clients. I would guess that because you wrote that you're a UX UI designer with 8 years in graphic design, that you can be creative and combine two of them. And one of the best designers that manage to maintain that kind of editorial style in websites and applications are actually company Laguta and Laguta, designer Hrvoje Grubišić and Charlie Islander. I would highly recommend you to check them out. They are awesome, really awesome. Okay, let's see portfolio. Like we said, you can improve a bit on thumbnails. You can see how this layout of websites is more effective than an old iMac template. See also how people on Dribbble or Behance are doing their thumbnails to attract attention. Let's see one project. Okay, so for example here I would put this image as wide as possible and also center align it, remove the old iMac. Your process is amazingly thorough. That's great. I also saw that you have an interactive prototype recorded. That's also a very good way to showcase your work. One thing that may be kind of giving me a vibe, I don't know if that's because of the mock-ups, but it looks like you showcased a bit older work, and my advice for that is either remove the old work and kind of showcase what's the newer, or just kind of redesign UIs of the old work to be new and fresh. Why should I suggest something like that? Because the more work you have, people will judge on average of all of the work. So if you have some old work that is not representable, people will assume that you are on that level, what could not be the case at this moment, because you are much more experienced now than you were at the time. So I would say that you take maybe the best 5 projects that you want to attract clients with and showcase them in the best light, because obviously you have a lot of experience, and that's kind of my advice for you. Okay, about me. I'm a user experience interface product designer with 8+ years of experience in graphic design and 4 years in web design. So maybe this can be rewritten kinda a bit better. For me it's a bit confusing. Maybe something like, I'm a digital product designer with 12 years of experience with background in a graphic design, something like that. So I think about me should focus more on your strengths, and it should be mostly the main 3 things that say about your biggest successes chronologically. Point is to explain your 12 years of experience through biggest successes. Like we said, people make judgments on average of information that you give them. So if you say the biggest one good thing, they will judge you about that. So start with your degrees and work your way till now.
Thank you, Elena, so much for sending us portfolio. I had so much fun reviewing it, and it is very, very good, and obviously you have a lot of experience. I'm looking forward for your next updates on your portfolio. Please send me what you did, and that's it. Thank you so much for sending us your portfolio. It's so beneficial for whole